Now, we are moving on to finding the distance. Again, to find the distance, do we need where? We need to find the distance and where till. Again, we need 2 points to find the distance between them. Just like the midpoint, we needed to find the end points. What do we want to find midway between? Same thing, we're finding the distance, so we need to have a starting point and an ending point. What's the difference between the midpoint and the distance? So we found the midpoint in the previous session. Now we're finding the distance.
This is the whole area, line.
Not area. What's the better word?
Distances from one spot to another spot.
Yes.
Length.
Length. Midpoint was a location. It was a set of coordinates. So midpoint of this would lie somewhere here. And we had an x coordinate and a y coordinate to pinpoint the location of a point that's halfway between the two. Right? But distance would be the length. Does that make sense? So how many would we have coordinates, or would we have a number? Number. Yes.
What unit will you use?
Exactly. If it's not specified, you just write units. Because we don't know what one measurement is in here. Is it a centimeter or a meter? We don't know. So you'll just write units. So you need to understand the difference. The midpoint was a location, a point, an x, y coordinate. You are now finding the distance between these 2 points. So it's the length of this line segment that I've joined. Okay? And we'll use Pythagoras to understand the formula. But you don't have to show that working out. You only have to write the formula when you do the actual questions. So let's get started. If I was to find the distance between them, can I draw this right angle triangle? I can draw whatever I want, right? So if this is x2, won't this be x2 as well? So x2 and this is x1? Yes?
Yeah.
So this is x2, this is x1. So will the length of this be x2 minus x1? Yes?
Yes.
Now, this is y1 and this is y2. So y2 minus y1. Will that give me the length of this side of the right angle triangle? Yes? Now, do we remember Pythagoras?
Yes.
Isn't this the hypotenuse?
Yeah.
So what's c squared equals to? C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So I can write that the distance squared is equal to this side squared plus this side squared. But that's distance squared. So if I was to find the distance, will I square root both sides? So that is your distance formula. Minus the x's, square them, plus minus the y's, square them. This is the distance formula. So if you want to find the distance between 2 points, you label them as x1, y1, x2, y2, and you put the numbers in this formula. Okay, let's do an example. We'll do 2 examples. So find the distance between, so I'll give you an easy one and then a one with minus signs. Finding the distance. What's the first step? Label. x1, y1. x2, y2. Write the formula. What's the formula? Distance equals
x2 minus x1 squared
plus.
y2 minus y1 squared.
Exactly. Doesn't really matter whether you write x1 minus y2 or x2 minus x1. You just take away the x coordinates, square them. Take away the y coordinates, square them. Put in the numbers. What's x2?
3,
Take away. x1 is?
2,
Square them after you've taken away. Plus y2 minus y1, 3. So d equals, eyes on the board. What's 6 take away 2?
4.
1 take away 3? Now it's negative 2 squared. So you'll end up getting a positive answer anyways. Remember, the minus, the negative is in the bracket and then you square it. What's 4 squared? 16. Plus negative 2 squared is 4. No, it's negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. What's 16 plus 4? 20. Remember how we simplified surds? What can 20 be written as? Root 4 times root 5? What's root 4? 2. You just write 2 root 5 units. Make sense? Now, let's do another example. Let's make it both negative. Now, steps are the same. Label x1, y1, x2, y2. Distance equals, what's the formula? Square root of x2 minus x1 squared. y2 minus y1 squared. Now, what's x2? 0. Take away, what's x1? Negative 2. So we're taking away negative 2. Okay? Then, y2. What's y2? 4. Take away negative 3. So you have to be careful. Now, minus minus becomes a plus. So it becomes 0 plus 2 squared. Minus minus becomes plus 4 plus 3 squared. And that's why you have to be careful with negative ones. Then, 0 plus 2? What's 0 plus 2?
2.
2. What's 4 plus 3? 7. What's 2 squared? What's 7 squared? What's 49 plus 4? Do I get decimals? That's it. Sorry, simplified, I believe. So, you need to understand the difference between the midpoint and the distance. Midpoint is the point, a set of coordinates that lies halfway between 2 points. Distance is the length between 2 points, length of this line segment. Okay? And you'll only get one answer, and it should be positive. Any questions?
No.
Right? Question. Okay, what's so funny about it? Okay, cool. Let's get on with your work.